Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. There's another paid request, this time from Alexander. And for those interested in requesting any type of reviews, topics, reactions, commentaries, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is about the Blind Side controversy, which, to be honest, I had no idea what the hell this was. I don't really read the news much. But there was that movie The Blind Side with Sandra Bullock. And I liked the movie, but it was very much a tap by being a white savior movie, all this and that, based on a true story where this guy who didn't have much, was poor. This family took him in, got him into football, and then he had a very successful career. Well, apparently that guy who did become a successful football player, Michael Oher, I'm sorry I mispronounced his last name. He has come out and said that he found out just recently that he never really was truly adopted. It was a conservatorship, something like that. And that, it was all a lie, and he was used to make money and all that jazz. So now everybody just is up in arms about it, saying how The Blind Side was a lie and all this stuff. And, I mean, there's even people that went after Sandra Bullock saying, you need to give back that Oscar. Which, she played a role in a fucking movie. Shut up. And apparently, he demanded, what, $15 million? Because he said, this family, made all this money. And now, everybody's on his side and everybody's turned on the family. Now, I don't know the full details, so I'm pretty ignorant on the whole thing. Everybody's talking about how, well, it's true, looks like this really was a true adoption and blah, blah, blah. Number one, how is it that this many years and this many decades, when did The Blind Side come out? I should have looked that up. Just now you find this out? Just now? You were a successful football player for many, many years, made over 30-some million dollars, and now one time you're like, let me look into this. Now you do? After how long? I find that a bit weird, either based on idiocy or something else. Now, if the family really did do that, that was shitty of them. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Why didn't you just adopt him? Of course, then some people say, well, actually, this guy knew already that it was a conservatorship, that it wasn't a true adoption. So what, either he was too dumb enough to not realize it, or he just disregarded it until, hey, I need to find a way to make some money. Although I know The Blind Side made a lot of money, but I don't know how many, I don't know if that movie really gets a lot of fucking residuals nowadays. And, yeah, it made a lot of money, but who knows how much the actual people got for it, because studios always find a way to fuck around with that. Look at the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project cost $10 and made $140 million in the U.S. The directors and actors got nothing, especially the actors. They got jack shit out of that. And I'm sitting there going, well, what if this guy's full of shit? What if this football player, what if some of the stuff he's saying is full of shit? And no one ever says that direction, that argument. But, it's one of those things that I don't really know what to say about the whole thing. Now, everybody... When the movie came out, it had some Oscar notices, but a lot of people didn't like the film. people hate the film even more. Like I said, I don't really understand why the guy who's this big football player, like, it takes him this fucking long to figure that shit out. I usually say, well, he trusted the people and this and that, but even when he didn't like The Blind Side, and oh, I don't like the way they portray me as dumb. Then speak up, dude. Fucking say something right then and there. Not wait a couple fucking decades or however long it's been. I have to look it up. That's what I'm doing with this phone here. But it just, but yeah, everyone's on the football player's side and saying how. Let's say, I'm in the ability that it's hard to trust anybody nowadays on either side. It really is hard to trust anybody nowadays. Because everybody's in for their own shit. So again, it's like, well, who's on the right, who's on the wrong, who's full of shit, who's not full of shit. So, for those who don't know the full story, the 2009 film Blindside tells the story of a white family on a heartfelt mission to save the life of Bid Mike, an unhoused 17-year-old who attends the local school with their son in Memphis, Tennessee. See, and this is why I don't like this whole thing of the tale is a classic white savior story that served to praise the goodness of white people and erase the nuances of a black kid's story of resilience. Right then and there, like, people are coming at this in such that fashion. I looked at it as a family. Here's a guy they're helping, regardless of race. But let me ask you this: if it was a black family helping a white person, would that be called black savior? No. But if it's white, then they just white. There's no. I don't. Is there such a thing as a black savior? I know there's a white savior. The football player filed a 14-page petition in Tennessee's Shelby County on Monday, alleging that Sean and Lee Ann Toohey never actually adopted him. Instead, the petition alleges they tricked him into a conservatorship, a legal agreement that gave them legal authority to use his name in business deals less than 3 months after he turned 18. The petition claims that the family used now 37 to make millions of dollars from the popular book in 2009 blockbuster film. He's now asking that the probate court end the conservatorship and bar the family from using Orr's name and likeness. Petition also requests that the court seek an accounting of all the money the Tooheys have made since the start of the conservatorship in 2004 and pay the football players' share of the earnings in addition to damages. What damages? I mean, did they help you or not? No, they should not have lied about it. I'll give you that. Sean, the biological son of the Tooheys, said that he was aware of the conservatorship before this year. He told the host of Barstool Radio that he's received an additional $60,000 to $70,000 over the course of the last few years. The family alleges that Orr demanded $15 million from them if they refused to pay. The statement says football player threatened that he would plan a negative story about them in the press. They claim that the Tooheys have always been upfront about how a conservatorship was established to assist with Mr. Orr's needs, including getting health insurance. And that this isn't the first time Orr has attempted to run this play. But no one ever looks into that part of being a possibility. A conservatorship is a legal arrangement that cedes a person's personal, financial, and legal decision-making powers to other people. It is intended to help individuals who cannot care for themselves due to health concerns, such as brain injury or mental health conditions. The arrangements have been in cultural conversation with high-profile cases like those of Britney Spears and Amanda Bynes. Football player, however, alleges that the Tuohys had him sign papers to enter into a conservatorship despite him having no physical or mental disabilities, rendering him incapable of taking care of his own matters. Sean has defended the conservatorship, arguing that it was originally created to allow Orr to play football at the University of Mississippi, but said he'd be willing to end the conservatorship once and for all. The author and journalist Michael Lewis, who wrote the book The Blind Side, told the Washington Post that no one involved in the book earned millions from the movie. It's outrageous how Hollywood accounting works, but the money is not in the Tuohy's pockets. The film brought him too much attention when he just wanted to fly under the radar as an offensive lineman that incorrectly portrayed him as a kid who didn't understand football. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about all this. I really don't. I mean, it's not affecting me, so I'll be honest, as mean as this sounds, I don't fucking care in a way, because it's not affecting me. I don't care. I know it's very selfish. I don't care for the people going after Sandra Bullock saying, you need to pay back, you need to prove that Oscar bad. Those people could shove a finger up their ass. So maybe that's my opinion. The people talking shit to Sandra Bullock, because she played the role, won an Oscar, they can go fuck themselves. How about that for those people? As for anything else, I don't know. It is what it is. Either he was a kid that didn't understand what was going on, because he wasn't. He said himself he wasn't that educated at that time, so he probably didn't know what was going on. Now, if these guys really did take advantage of that, that was really shitty of them, to be honest. On the flip side, how much of this is he really means what he says, and how much of this is, you know what, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, I found a way to get some payback, and I'm going to do it. I don't know for certain. I don't know. I do not know. So, yeah, sorry. I don't know. I don't really know. I know it's not much of a video, Alexander. I don't know what to say. I'd be very curious to hear both sides of the conversation. You know what I would do? Here's a crazy idea. Get both sides, put them in a fucking room, have a camera. Let me hear you guys talk. What happened during that day? What happened during that time back in the day? You two are here. I want to hear both your conversations. Okay, what happened? Get me through the events, both of you, in the room, look at each other, so I could judge how they act. Do they remember things clearly or not clearly? And if you think he's bullshitting, what do you think he's bullshitting about? And vice versa. Not all this lawyer shit, reading it in fucking text. That way you view the body language, view the mannerisms, view how they talk. That's how I know for certain. Not for, well, that's a lie, not for certain. I would get a better picture of it, better clarity of the situation. He said, she said, no. You two did together. I'm going to film it so everyone can see it. If you think what he's saying is bullshit, at any point, go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Say your case. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Argue. I want to hear that. I want to see that. I think a lot more things could be done if you just do that shit. I really do. And then the people can see, and you believe who you believe and what the evidence is, and maybe have a moderator. Wait a minute, you said this one thing, but now you're saying something different. Well, which is it? You're saying two different stories. I have a moderator that plays both sides equally. Then I would get more clarity on the situation. That's what I would do. And not fucking Judge Judy way. I'm talking about sit down, a table, moderator, talk. I want to know what the fuck is the deal. Maybe that wouldn't make a difference, but it would make a difference to me. So, yeah. If the people did that, that's pretty shitty of them. If the football player is... Maybe they're both at fault. Maybe you had one guy that really didn't know what he was doing, didn't know what he was signing even though he was told. And now that the football is gone and maybe the money is gone, can I get a little bit more money? On the flip side, maybe it was a bunch of white people who were being assholes. Not the first or last time. I don't fucking know. They didn't steal anything from me. They weren't in my room. They didn't piss on my rug. And the dude abides. It didn't affect me, so part of me is like, I don't give a shit. I liked the Blind Side movie. I liked it as a movie. Most true stories are bullshit anyway, so that is a part for a course for another being bullshit. Most of them are bullshit anyway. So I don't fucking know. So with that said, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.